episode of Watauga Basser. Today I'm going to talk about the stuff I got at the Watson's Marine open house last weekend. Yeah, last weekend, I'm sorry y'all. There was a lot of vendors there. I've got a video about all the vendors, and well, some of the vendors, I only got one to talk to me at the time. Everybody was trying to pack up, getting ready to go. I got there a little bit late. But I want to show you some new stuff that is out. Some local guys. Most of the people there was local. I got some fishing line from a new company out of Tennessee that is here pretty close to me, and some new tackle from them. So let's get into this video, and I'll show you what I got and talk about it. First bait I want to talk about is a bait that a guy that does YouTube that everybody probably knows for the most part. He just hit 7,000 subscribers, so congratulations. I know I'm just starting, but I still got to congratulate him. He's great. He's local, within a couple hours, an hour and so a half from me. Is Bass Geek. He got me onto these guys. I really like the product, and that's Ledgehead lures. Now, what Ledgehead has done, Tim Saylor over at Ledgehead. Sorry, Tim, if you see this. Tim Saylor over at Ledgehead has come up with swim bait heads, drop heads. I'll get a couple of them out here for you. Swim bait heads and drop heads. He's got some other stuff too. Y'all just need to check it out. So the first thing I want to show you is the drop head. First thing I want to show you is the drop head. It's a kill weighted head. Got your little bait keeper there. Nice hook. Red eyes. Vertical line tie. Now, the reason he put that kill weight on there is, from what he was telling me, is when you're drop shotting for smallmouth, you want that bait to sit sideways, just perfect and level. Well, once you get down to 30, 35, 40, 45 feet, or deeper sometimes, even sometimes at 25, depending on what kind of bait you're using, your bait tends to want to angle like this. Well, what that kill weight does, instead of having all the weight in the front that has weight down at the bottom, is that kill weight makes it sit level, which is absolutely great. It's the way you want it to sit. You can fish it as deep as you want. He has quite a few different sizes. This is the 3/8 ounce, and all but, I forget which size it is. I don't know if you can even see it, but they all have the ounces put into the, stamped into them, all but one size. I think it's the 1/8 ounce, I believe. Put that one back in where I got it from here. Okay, next up is, this is a 1/4 ounce, 2-aught hook, 1/4 ounce. This is the Tennessee River Bling. It has the kill weight. And what that kill weight does on the swim bait is that kill weight kind of gives it a little wobble effect. Okay? So, he's got a nice, it's pretty much an underspin, but it's called the Tennessee River Bling. It's a really, really nice head. It doesn't have an eye. And it is not stamped. That's what it is. The 1/4 ounce is not stamped. Has your screw-on bait keeper, a nice stout sharp hook. It ain't a thin wire 2-aught. It ain't a thin wire 2-aught. If you'll look, I don't know if y'all can even tell, he's got some really, really sharp hooks. That's where I got it from. That ain't it. Okay, next up. Now I've got some other sizes than this. This is just the big one. This is a 5 or 6 aught. I can't remember exactly. But it's a 3/4 ounce, and if you look, if you all can see it, it has 3/4 ounce stamped in the side. Has a big bait keeper spring for those hollow body and soft body swim baits. It also has something that's different, that's new, that not everybody has, that he started doing. You see this little metal or little wire keeper here? You push it up and take it off. Pull it down. Put your swim bait on there. Now, everybody knows that your swim baits, they rip a lot and they tear. And you use one for a little bit and then you have to throw it away. Well, these ones here, put your swim bait on there. You run this up through the belly and hook it back on your hook. So you got your screw-on bait keeper and you've got this. Okay, your bait the belly net hardly ever rips. It's the top where the hook is. He has showed us where he's ripped a swim bait this far, all the way down the top, where the hook sticks out, and still swim it. It still swims right, and it still hangs on fine because of that. It's kill weighted. You get that nice wobble action out of it. These are also stamped on the side, which I told you already. Nice thick wire hook. I love these. I ain't a big swim bait guy, but I'm getting into it pretty good. Bass keeps helping with that. He's pushing me along with the swim bait stuff. Next thing I want to talk about, and if y'all have watched my other video, you can know I just got a pro staff position with these guys, is BJ's Custom Lures. Oh crap, I didn't realize it was on the back of that. But it's BJ's Custom Lures. They're local guys. They're right here out of the area. They make, oh Lord, they make spinner baits, jigs, hair jigs, tight line heads. If any of y'all know what tight lining is, they make tight line heads. They make little bait balls, 3-wire bait balls. They ain't real big, they're small. And it's all priced well. I mean, I got, what'd I get? 1/2 ounce or 3/8 ounce jigs from him. One is living rubber. It's this one. It's living rubber. This is like, kind of almost like a peanut butter and jelly. It's got a little bit of purple in it. It's a green jig with purple. The tips is all that's really purple. It has living rubber on it. And if y'all haven't ever seen living rubber, oh, it's a football head. If y'all haven't ever seen living rubber, it flares out and kind of floats real good. The living rubber is $3, which ain't bad at all. They have really good hooks, and this is the kind of green pumpkinish color. It's a really good looking jig, football head. It's got a really nice hook. Good stout bait keeper. It's not too stiff. Their normal jigs, $2. This was $2. Alright. And they hand tie. This is the hole-in-one tie. They also wire tie, hand tie, and they put normal jig skirt keepers on that. Really stout hooks, really nice jigs. Next up is, what the company's name is this? I forget what the company's name is now. Dang it. Sorry, y'all. If you are watching this, I told you I was going to do it. It has a little bit of purple in it too. Has a few purple strands. This is their Archie style head jig. Really tight hook. Really, really nice jigs. I got one in peanut butter and jelly. She ain't got a lot of jelly on it, just a few strands, but still enough. Okay. Next up is foolinbass baits, or sorry, it's just foolinbass. It's just foolinbass. This is their FB foolinbass. Sorry, this is their foolinbass drop shad in white trash. I have a pack of these open already. No, I don't have a pack of the white trash open already. But I will open a pack of the white trash and let you see them. Yeah, it's called white trash. Alright. So, their drop shads have a little fatter belly. They're killed out a little fatter. Kind of made similar to a flute. It does have a little scale design in it. And also, I know you can't, it's hard to keep them straight in the pack. You see it has little fins on the sides. Aunt Defo was there, he bought some of these and got some of these. He was talking about them. He said that he thinks that right there can make a difference. When you're drop shotting on smallmouth and you're holding it there being perfectly still, you have that little bit of tail movement from the current, and then you have those fins moving just a little bit. That can make a big difference. Some people may not think it can. I think it might. We'll find out. Because I'm going to plan on doing a lot more drop shot fishing. And I got another of the drop shad in laser black. It's a black and white, just like the other. Has a little bit of blue and silver flake in it, and a little bit of black flake in it. I think that'll be really good. Okay, and I've got, this is an oversized Deminky. It's pretty much the same thing as a Deminky. I don't even want to say oversized. It ain't really. It's a Deminky style. It's a flat, open poured design. Really good action. Almost worm-like. They made it for Ned rigging pretty much. I'm going to drop shot it and I'm going to fish it like a flute. A weightless flute. I caught a lot of fish doing it last year. It's 3 inches. This is their white trash color also, I think. Yeah, this is the white trash color. It's a great looking bait. I believe it's going to be really good. Good little design. For the most part, I'm sorry y'all, I know you couldn't see me. For the most part, I use P-line. I like P-line pretty well. And I use Field and Strings braid. It's $22 a roll. It ain't a spool. It ain't the cheapest spool in the world, but that's what I use for the most part. Well, while I was up there at Watson's Marine, this is why y'all need to go to your smaller marina open houses, marine dealer open houses. You find these local guys. Like all these local guys, their stuff was pretty nice. I mean, it was pretty good. Sorry, I forgot something. They also have the Mini Crusher Full and Chunk. This is in green pumpkin. Any of y'all do pig and jigs, you'll understand what I mean. This little chunk bait. It has these little flared fins on it. I don't know if y'all can tell or see that, but it has little flared fins. It's going to give it really, really good action. I can't wait try these out. I throw a jig a lot. Lot. So we'll see what happens there. Now, back to what I was saying. So I was doing it. Well, come to find out, after I talked to the guy and read everything, this line is made in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. If you look at the package, it does say made in China. What is made in China is the spool and the packaging. The line is made in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. So if you're buying American, normal line diameter, it has all of their sizes and their line diameter. They have no line over, let's see, no line over 0.450 millimeters. Okay? They have 7 different sizes. They have 4 pound, 6 pound, 8, 10, 12, 14, 17, 20, and 25. Sorry, I got a brain fart there. They also have, for those guys that night fish, they have a brain fart again. They have, what is that called? They have a chartreuse colored glow in the dark fishing line for those guys that night fish that want to use that or use black lights. But this is, it's K9 fishing, K9 fluorocarbon. Super strong. It says nanotechnology, superior strength, 8 pound test. Now, I haven't even pulled the line off the spool at all. This is supposed to be 300 yards. That does not look like 300 yards of line, but I promise you it is. I don't even know if you can see that. That diameter feels like 4 or 2. Actually, it feels like 2 pound test. I ain't even joking with you. It's 100% fluorocarbon, made right here in the United States. It's a small company. I don't think they ain't been going very long at all. This is K9 Fluoro. Now, a 300 yard spool was $14, $14.95. But I don't mind spending a little more. And two, really, that ain't all that expensive if you think about it. It ain't really all that expensive because most fluorocarbon's expensive. Really expensive. That's why part of the reason why I use copolymer quite a bit, and I get a lot of flack and grief for it, but oh well. But for $14 and buy American made right here, I'm probably going to go to this right here. Especially if it's as strong as what they say it is. I haven't tested it yet. I'm going to very shortly. He also said that it has hardly any memory. So what I'm going to do, just to find out, is we're going to do this right here. I don't see any memory, actually at all, hardly, none. And if it's as strong as what they say it is, I mean, most of your line, if you were to do this right here, it ain't even hooked, right? It keeps spooling off. This doesn't. I'm really impressed with the way this line feels and looks. I mean, there is no memory. I can't wait to fish this. For a spinning reel guy, if you don't want to put braid on a spinning reel, if it goes and looks the way that it does right now, if it goes on my spinning reel that way and stays that way, I'm probably going to switch to nothing but K9 fluoro except for a crankbait, or sorry, not a crankbait, except for pretty much leaders. I mean, for Carolina rig leader, and that's about it. because I can get up to 25-pound test. The 25-pound test is 0.450 millimeters. 8 pound, 0.234 millimeters is the diameter of this. So, y'all, go check these companies out, especially the K9 guys, if you're looking for good line at a pretty decent price. And go to your local shows and things. I mean, you may think, well, no, I ain't going to find no good deals there. You'll find some good deals. You'll find some new stuff. The Kingsport, in Kingsport at the Convention Center a few weeks back was the East Tennessee Boat, Farm, and Fishing Expo. We got there, and I was looking around, and I found an SOB by Course Strike. What an SOB is it's a crankbait. I was talking to these guys and looking at it, and it's called the SOB. And I was like, what the hell's SOB? Son of a bitch. I mean, some bitch. That's what I thought. Sorry for the cussing. I just let you know. And no, they said it means stand on bottom. What are you talking about? And he told me about it. I watched a couple videos while I was there. I went back to him. I bought 2 then, and then I ordered a couple more. Well, if I hadn't went to that show, I'd have never seen this. And this may end up being the next big bait. I'm not sure yet. We'll find out. This bait sinks. It sinks at 2 foot to 2.5 foot per second. So you can count it down. So you count it down to the depth and you swim it, and it'll work just like a normal crankbait. If you want to count it down, put it in the middle of the water column. You can throw it shallow, deep, whichever, it'll still do what it's supposed to do. But what it does is, it sits on its bill on the bottom, up and down like this. I've tested it. I'll show you a video of me testing it if you want me to. But it sits like this. You can drag it like a jig. Just drag it on the bottom and stop it, and it will stay in that spot. Or you can hop it, pop it, rear your slack up, pop it a couple times, make it look like it's digging in that dirt, and it'll stay. The only issue that I have with them is that we've kind of fussed about a little bit. We were talking about it. He talked about it on one of his videos, and we were talking about it the other day, is they do not have a red craw pattern. That is the only issue. Now, they've got sexy shad patterns. They have all kinds of different patterns. But they don't have the craw pattern. But anyway, what I was saying is, your local expos, if I hadn't went to that, which I wasn't going to, and then I got talking to Bass Geek, I was like, yeah, I'll come by. I ended up going 2 days. But if I hadn't went to that, I would have never got that bait. Now, I don't know if it's going to be the next big thing or not. Couldn't tell you. I also got a Jersey Pro staff position with the designs, which is on which y'all seen during the intro. But I wouldn't have ever got linked up with any of those people or anything. I got to talk to some good people, got to meet some good people. First time I ever met Tim over at Ledgehead. I met the owner of Major League Lures. I'm sorry, I know your name and I can't remember it right now. But you learn a lot. You learn some things. You meet a bunch of people. You see all the new baits that are coming out. I saw one of the Bass Geeks video. There's a jig that somebody's got out now that has 2 hooks that cross like this. And when something bites them, they open up. You hook onto it, and it locks down, it locks in place. I don't know exactly how it works. I'd like to see the jig. I'd like to try the jig out once or twice just to check it out. But you find all kinds of stuff at your local expos and shows, get-togethers, little things that people put on. And some of them have free food. Not all of them do. Some of them are free, some of them ain't. But it's worth going out and checking out. So next time, keep an eye out on YouTube on Facebook, in the newspaper, on the radio. Anytime you hear about an expo or an open house, check it out. You may find something that you didn't know was out there. You may find something you like better than something else. You may have a certain color of a bait that you want painted on a crankbait or a jerkbait that you can't get no more. There's a lot of times somebody there that can do that and paint it and do it pretty reasonably. So go check that out. Like I say, like it if you like it. Subscribe if you want to subscribe. I want y'all to think about something. I'm probably going to start throwing it into most of my videos, because not everybody does. Even in life, if you take life like fishing, if you think of life like you've been out on a boat fishing, a tournament, okay? Let's say you're out fishing a tournament. You're going to fish every single cast like it's the last cast you're going to get to fish in ever. Right? That's the way you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to fish. Most people, a lot of people do, a lot of people don't. It's just the way it is. So, in life, think about it like that. Life is a cast. You want to make that cast, and you want to think about where you're throwing, what you're throwing. You want to plan for that. You want to plan to throw on that brush pile. You want to plan to throw on that rock pile. You want to plan to throw right beside that stump, and work it back and work it the best way you know how and the best way you can back to you, to give you the best chance of catching that fish or succeeding in life. So, sorry guys, my light just kicked off. But you want to plan ahead and do what you can in the best way you can to succeed in life. So, every time you sit and you think about, well, if nothing's going right, I ain't the happiest in the world, I want this out of life, you got to plan for that. You got to work at that. You ain't just going to throw a bait out there and reel it back and not move it and just whatever. Most people ain't going to do that. If you're fun fishing, yeah, but most people ain't going to do that. You ain't going to, so you ain't going to go and fix your car and half-ass it. Make it to where you don't know if it's going to be able to run again or not. So, I want y'all to remember that. Fish every cast like it's your last. Anytime you have any problems, anything going on, anything that in life that you want to do better, that you want to succeed at, that you want to try and do, don't try and do it, do it. Just do it. I promise. As long as you put some hard work in it, do it like that last cast of your life that you're ever going to do, ever going to throw. Work it to the best of your ability. Work hard. Work to the best of your ability. You'll get it. I promise you, you will. I ain't that far in life. I'm only 29, alright? But I was in the Marine Corps. I didn't think I was going to be able to get through boot camp. I'm big now. I was bigger when I went in than I am right now. I worked and I tried my best and I made it. You do what you got to do. Do it the way you want to do it and work. If you work for it, you'll get whatever you need. So, like I said before, like if you like it, subscribe if you want to subscribe. Fish every cast like it's your last, and I'm out.